everyone, and welcome to Plotty Time, the podcast where we three gamers discuss video game stories in detail and necessary and appropriate backlash. On one side of the table, we have Chump Slap.
I can go arrest her for it, but she's going to want to fuck me the second I slam her face on that hood.
On the other side of the table is Dr. Syintist.
I got to give her space, man. She wants to be an immature little bitch and blow everybody. That's just love.
My name is Poppascotch, and as I always say, that's a pleasure swing, you fuck nut, not a sex net. That's the sex net. Welcome to Plotty Time.
I'm glad to
Let's
see we
cue
all
that
stuck the
theme
same
music.
Are you kidding me? The guy asked for something spooky.
Is it a gun that sucks balls?
I'm the farting demon in this relationship.
I'd be an awesome rich person.
You're both just an embarrassment.
God, I'm awesome.
We're talking Tom Hanks and his vehicle.
Yeah, I had my finger in my mouth waiting for you to finish.
You gotta get 4 balls or something.
Like dick piercings?
No, you know damn well I'm fucking that demon.
Still sexy.
How could that be close and not be
Yeah, I'll
right?
just kill some random dude.
His wishes.
Hey, and welcome back to Plotty Time. We have, I kind of kept this a secret from you guys as well, but we've upped our production game a little bit here.
Oh,
do you,
shit.
Do you have a noise machine?
I think he does.
Yeah, maybe I do a little bit. Let's see.
Hit the
Do
lasers.
anything over here? Whoa. So, if you hear some sounds mixed in, just go with it. All right, I've got this thing.
Tell me you have lasers. Please have lasers.
I don't have a laser,
Not yet.
but we can pop off with this. Oh yeah, baby.
Man, you were against that idea forever and always laughed at us when
and
we
now
said
you've
it.
given me way too much power. Way too much power. You know what? In fact, I'm going to thank you right now, Dr. Scientist, by going ahead and pouring you a beer.
I love it.
Oh, man, I can have up to 64 things on this. This is gonna be...
I guarantee you forgot the 5 you used already.
No. Well, see, the fun part is, too, that, I edit the podcast. So
yeah.
I have hours of your guys' voices recorded
Nice.
and just all kinds of clips I can take out of context.
I like it. It's beautiful.
So, for example, if I'm like, Dr. Scientist, what do you think of our current president?
I hope they hang him.
Jesus Christ, Dr. Scientist. You need to take it easy there, buddy.
You can make your own.
This is a deep
Yeah.
fake.
We also got some other ones like this.
If you want cheese, you get a mill tank.
See, that's just good advice. Well, don't worry, you're there too, there, Sir Chump Slap.
Love cum jokes.
Where are yours,
All kinds of fun
Poppascotch?
stuff on here, but let's actually start the podcast.
Notice how he doesn't have
how
any.
we normally do.
Poppascotch
Dr.
ones.
Scientist, what
Yeah.
have you been playing, watching, doing? What's going on with you?
Man, I thought it was pretty on point that we had all the same kind of quotes in the beginning, but you topped it, Poppascotch.
Oh, Jesus.
Thank you. There's plenty more to be unveiled during the episode. Don't you worry.
Anyway, what did I watch? I did go and see Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3.
Oh, yeah, of course.
How was it?
Pretty good.
Just pretty good.
It's good. I mean, it's not endgame level stuff, but it's what you expect from MCU from now. So
Yeah, garbage.
Is it better than the other Guardians of the Galaxies?
yes, it's more rocket focused, and Rocket's kind of cooler.
Yeah, he is pretty awesome.
So
Yeah, real neat dude.
it's kind of funny. It's got all the normal guys in it.
Just what you've come to expect.
Yeah, a nice fight scene.
Okay.
I remember in Daredevil when they had that fight scene that was in the corridor and it was all one shot, like kind of thing.
Yeah, sure.
It's sort of like that here with all the Guardians fighting off people.
You don't remember that. You fucking liar.
It's a very famous scene from the Daredevil show.
Oh, yeah, when he's in the really tight hallway and beating the shit out of people, like jumping off walls and getting his ass kicked.
Yeah, getting thrown through doors and coming back.
Yeah, and it was like one cut. It was like a big deal for stuntmen. They talked about that scene a whole lot.
Oh, yeah,
I hang
I
out with
bet.
a lot of stuntmen.
I know that, but yeah.
You get it.
So yeah, I saw that. It was worth it. Go see it. I saw it again. I'll probably see it again.
All right, sweet.
And then the only other thing I really did this week was I watched a documentary on the speed run of Mega Man 2
No.
and how it's gone down for like 3 minutes in the past 20 years or whatever.
It's gone down 3 minutes.
Yeah, it's like 27 something they can beat it in.
Oh, people are looking to clip seconds.
Yeah, it's interesting because there's like RNG parts.
Oh, really?
Where people can lose like 30 frames at a shot, and it's interesting just to see how they go through, and if they screw up one thing, it's basically run over.
But you didn't find a documentary about cheese?
Not a good doc cheese yet, no.
Okay.
I've been looking.
All right.
It's hard to find them.
I mean, God bless those speedrunners. I couldn't do it.
Dude, there was one guy who was like doing on and off for like 18 years.
I just watched a speed run of Tony Hawk 2 the other day.
It's amazing some of the speed runs they do with Tony
It's
Hawk.
wild, man.
They're doing like
I'm not saying it's
10
not
million
impressive. It's very impressive. Just I don't understand. Like I couldn't put myself there playing the same game for 18 years. Like a lot.
No.
Like working on it hard.
Yeah. And then you're still not as good as
And
some of these people.
Yeah. And they're like, there's times they get close to breaking the record and they just screw up the boss and it ends like a second later and they're just done.
Yeah. More power to them.
Yeah, but I like watching speedrun stuff. It was interesting. And I mean, that's all I really did because this week kind of sucked. So ZP, why don't you tell us what you did this week? What's going
Oh,
on?
that's canon. I don't remember what it means.
I do.
You want to share it with us?
That makes one of us.
It was Zeitgeist Poppascotch.
Oh,
How could you remember? How could you forget the name you've had for years?
I forgot all about it. I don't know. I've been drinking a lot. Who knows? But what did I play? I didn't play too terribly much. I just kicked around Modern Warfare Remaster, and then I played the Modern Warfare 2 Remaster. I just wanted to get back into that comfortable, what is it, late aughts video game shooters, I guess.
Yeah, those were good times.
Yeah, a lot of classic levels, a lot of good memories with those before the Call of Duty series campaigns really went downhill.
Mm-hmm.
And then I started playing a little bit of Infamous 2.
Oh,
Interesting.
Yeah, I pulled it off of the PlayStation Plus thing, the streaming, because all the PlayStation 3 games you have to stream.
yeah.
Right.
So I pulled it off of that, and I've been playing it, and it's been pretty solid. Like, I don't have any complaints. It plays well.
It's fun.
Like, maybe when you have a shooter where, like, milliseconds count, the streaming is a little not great, but
No, the
for
streaming.
this game, it was great.
I haven't had any trouble streaming anything on PlayStation.
No, it works great. But that's really kind of all I played. I watched a bunch of movies, though.
Oh.
I started with this series, the VHS series. I've only seen, I think, the first one, maybe the second.
Really?
Oh, the movie VHS.
so.
Yeah, VHS.
Yeah, there's like six of them now.
What's he watching on tapes? He doesn't even have a VHS player.
No, I don't. Actually, I do, but it does not work. It's mostly just a
It's
look at
called a
one. I think I got rid of it.
VCR.
Yeah, so I watched VHS 94. I don't know if you guys have seen this one. I'm sure I have to give you a reminder what's in it.
Is that a new one?
It's newer.
It's like 21 or 22.
I might
It's
have
the
seen
newer one.
part of it.
I think I've seen them all. Is that the one with the lady who's she works for the news or something, and she's going into a tunnel to see if there's people in there?
Yeah, looking for the Brat King.
Yeah,
That's the
yeah.
one.
Oh,
Yeah,
Charlie
nice
Day's in it.
pull. Very nice pull. It's also the one with a segment called Terror, where there's the militia dealing with a vampire in the middle of like Montana or whatever.
Oh, yes.
That one. That was.
I mean,
pretty
I did
cool.
see it because I remember seeing that.
Yeah. I liked it.
I like those movies. I mean, it's like they do them short stories, and if one's kind of weak, then you're like, whatever, it's over in 10 minutes.
Yeah, exactly.
And the ones that hit pretty well, so I really can't complain.
Fair enough.
Give them more of a shot. But we also watched One Missed Call.
Really?
With,
Is that
with Ed Burns?
Is that from the director of Final Destination?
I don't know. Is it? Or
What's
did
the
you
plot?
just pull that too?
I might have just pulled that. I don't know.
I'll have to bring it up and look now.
What's the plot of it? Tell us.
It's a remake of a Japanese horror film that has Ed Burns and Shannon Sossaman in it.
No.
And basically the idea is people sending voicemails like into the future to themselves.
Oh, okay. I remember.
Yeah.
And it gives them the date, time, and details of someone who dies.
Yeah, that's
Oh,
not.
Ray Wise
That's not
is
the
in it?
movie I was thinking of.
Yeah, it's not good. It's not a good movie. Despite the cast, I mean, you got Megan Good, Margaret Cho's in it, Ed Burns, who I believe won an Oscar
For that movie?
I mean, but it's not good. It's
I
pretty
see
bad.
it has 4 stars on IMDb, which is pretty low for IMDb.
Yeah, but I watched that taste out of my mouth with one of sports' greatest films.
Okay.
Of course, I'm talking about The Mighty Ducks.
Oh, wow.
The Flying V.
Yeah, which I have not seen in a long time.
Holds up.
I mean, I think it's fun, but I have a lot of questions. Like, first of all, these kids are playing in a league where like 9-year-olds are playing with 14-year-olds. Like, they're gonna get killed out there.
Yeah.
And they can hit for some reason, but at that age you usually can't. Like, and then there's they always show like the
back
kids
in the
winning
80s,
through
you
the
could.
playoffs, and they show like newspaper clippings.
Yeah.
Like, what newspaper's covering Pee Wee hockey?
A really small town gazette.
Yeah, which town are they in?
They're in Minneapolis.
Oh,
Minnesota.
see, that's a fucking. There's nothing happening in that. Of course, we're going to talk about that.
No, just hockey, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I can't think of a single thing in Minneapolis. You can't either, because you would have said it by now.
Vikings. I can, and I've been there 3 times, and I'm still like, oof.
Cheese? No, that's Wisconsin.
Yeah.
To be fair, the one time I was there was like still very much shut down because of the pandemic, so I just sat in my hotel room
That sounds
and
cool.
was just miserable the whole time.
Oh, that's a great time.
Yeah.
It was a bummer, but I'm sure Minneapolis. I'm sure you're lovely. I'm gonna see the rest of you one day.
I'm sure there's nice golf courses.
Are you talking about Frolf?
You mean disc golf? Idiot.
Is Frolf looked down upon?
Yeah,
In
it's
the
not
disc
the,
golf
it's not the right name. I mean,
It's like the N word for disc golfers.
are you talking about ball golf? Come on, guys.
Golf?
That's a good point. That's a good point. Sounds silly when you put it that way. And then I watched a movie you guys were pushing, The Slammin' Salmon.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't
And
remember pushing that.
I liked it more than I did the first time I saw it. That's for sure.
Yeah.
Well, explain this to me again, because I don't remember it.
I don't think you've ever seen it.
I didn't.
So the Slammin' Salmon, it's the guys that did Super Troopers. So that whole group.
Oh,
Earfest,
that's why I didn't
them.
see it.
Yes.
And they're all basically waiters or, the wait staff or chefs at this restaurant that's run by, it's like a high-end restaurant that's owned by a famous boxer. It's kind of like Evander Holyfield in his old age, but it's Michael Clark Duncan, who's not stable and like uses violence to keep his employees in line.
Dude, he's so funny in that movie, though.
Yeah, he's great. It's a comedy. Like, it's supposed to be funny.
Yeah.
But also, like, it's great. Like, a bunch of like people come into the restaurant. Like, Olivia Munn is in it.
Dan
Oh God!
Wow,
what's
she
the
goes
guy?
in the restaurant?
McGruber. I can't think of
McGruber's in it.
Can't think
Bill-
of his name.
Hater? No.
No.
No, the other one.
Yeah, they're the same person, but different names.
But yeah, he's in it.
Yeah, he's in it. He's in it for sure. He's in a lot of the movie. But it's good. It's funny. It's a comedy. Check it out.
Yeah, if you.
Will Forte.
Yes.
But the real star of the show that I watched this week was Renfield.
Oh, yeah?
Oh, yeah? What'd you think?
I liked it. I
it's pretty fun, isn't it?
It's fun. Like, it's enjoyable. I had a good time with it. I wish Ben Schwartz, I want to see him be goofy and be a comedian, but he was a very serious, like, child of a mobster.
Serious?
Pretty serious. Well,
Well, he played the role seriously.
yeah.
I was like, that's hardly serious, but
I don't know, he's pretty good.
No, he has a fun time with it. And Avasarala from The Expanse plays his mother.
yeah, she's in a lot of things.
Yeah, she's fantastic in it too. She's like the mob boss. It's good. I liked it. I thought it was good. It took place in New Orleans, but there wasn't like a whole lot of stuff shot in New Orleans. Just like a couple scenes.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it could have all been New Orleans.
True.
I suppose you're correct.
It's not in the famous parts, which the vampire would have to stay away from, you would think.
Yeah, the vampire doesn't really make appearances in public.
Which was your favorite way? Oh, did you see it yet, Chump Slap?
Yeah.
Okay. Which is your favorite way he killed somebody?
Oh, pulling off like the arms and like beating people with it.
That was great. I loved when he threw the arms like javelins.
Oh, yeah. I don't
Even when we were watching that and he just rips off the dude's arms, my wife just goes, "Oh, come on." I'm like, I think that's what you're supposed to say.
Yeah, that's the whole
Point
point.
of this movie.
Or when he punches the killer's head off in the beginning and it hits fucking Ben Schwartz's car.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, it was good. I really enjoyed it. I like the whole bit where he's a familiar and he has to eat bugs and he becomes super powered, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then he joins like an abusive relationship support group.
Yeah.
I didn't really like their digs at Ska in there too much, but
I thought that was funny.
it was funny.
There were a lot of them.
Yeah.
Like a lot.
I fucking hate that shit, man.
Yeah. Who the hell was that guy?
He seems very familiar, but
I think he's the guy from, Dog Eat Dog, but it doesn't matter.
yeah.
But Renfield, go check it out. It's fun. But that's all I got for this week. So how about you there, Sir Chump Slap? What have you been playing, doing? What's going on over there?
Well, I finished up Symphony of the Night.
Oh, yeah?
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, and I cleared the whole map, but I had to look up how to clear some of the sections, because apparently dogs can fucking swim in water. And that's how you clear some of the section.
Yeah, some of the sections are tough to come by.
I was like, what the fuck?
To get to 200%.
Yeah, 200.6 or whatever.
That's the full, like, complete.
Yeah, the complete map. Well, I guess you can get outside of the castle.
Yeah, there might be
sometime.
200.6%.
That was the trophy.
Yeah.
Then I went back and got some of the trophies, but
Some of the trophies are ridiculous.
yeah, I'm not beating the whole game with fucking
Richter.
yeah. Screw that, you know what I mean?
I hear you, bro.
Yeah, I hear it's hard, and I don't even want to try it, because screw that. But that's all I played. I watched some movies, though.
Oh, yeah?
Oh, yeah? What'd you watch?
I watched this movie called Renfield.
Oh, nice.
Oh, yeah, what did you think?
I thought it was all right. I thought Nick Cage could have had a more prominent role. Like, I mean, he was in it a lot, but not enough.
Well, I mean, he wasn't the lead character in this.
I know, but I didn't like his character either.
Dracula?
He didn't do it right. He didn't do it. He didn't do it well. You know, he wasn't funny enough.
Well, is Dracula supposed to be funny?
Well, the movie's supposed to be a comedy, I thought, but I guess it was dramedy. I don't know.
It was a mix.
Yeah.
Got a little bit of everything in it.
It had a little too much heart with the abusive relationship thing and how he like comes to terms at the end and all that shit. But
Too much heart for Chump Slap and Renfield.
exactly. Now you're getting it. I mean,
You wanted more fart.
yes,
Or you wanted more.
that
what you
is
mean.
exactly what I mean.
That's actually a clip of Poppascotch, in case you want to know.
Yeah, it's from a previous episode. But I don't know. I thought it was all right. Nick Cage could have been better. But yeah, that's all I got to say about that. But then I watched another new movie called Evil Dead Rise.
Oh, yeah? What'd you think
Oh,
of that?
finally, someone else watched it. What'd you think?
Well, it wasn't going to be me.
I liked it, but I don't know. I want to say there wasn't enough weird injuries to it. You know, I don't know how to say this, but like in the first one, there's like nail guns impaling people and fucking needles to eyes.
Well, they had the fucking cheese grater. That was pretty wild.
Yeah,
Spoiler.
I didn't say what happened with the cheese
but
grater.
they do it like they do a fake out with a tattoo needle going close to someone's eye, and you're like, oh, here it comes, and then it doesn't happen. I mean, it was bloody as fuck, and it was
So not enough gore for a Chump Slap.
yeah.
So you need less heart than Renfield and more gore than Evil Dead.
I won't say more gore. I mean, there was plenty of gore. Don't get me wrong. I don't know. People lived through it, and everyone died in the first one. I mean, someone was brought back to life, but I don't know. And these fucking demons, man. You do all this shit to summon a demon, and then they're super easy to kill. You just need a chainsaw.
Well, I mean,
I don't understand quite the point of summoning a demon if the demon's just going to show up and kill you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't quite understand that.
And I didn't understand
Aspect.
who recorded the vinyl, the fucking records that the kid played. And why did they record them?
They were a bunch of priests that found it in like the 20s and started translating that book.
Yeah, but if you listen to the vinyl that the kid's playing, it's like a whole bunch of people. It's like a whole mess of people just, no, blasphemy, blah, blah, blah.
Oh,
Well,
yeah,
this
it's like
guy's
a
just reading the
court
fucking
case
shit.
recording.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was, did you know that was Bruce Campbell's cameo? He was one of those voices that read it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's where he cameoed in this one.
Oh, nice.
Oh, that was pretty cool.
Yeah, I thought it was neat. I mean, it was different. And then I was like, did they even need the book if they found the vinyl? But I guess because the book started fucking doing weird shit when they played it.
I think it's easier to understand. Like we've had the first 3 Evil Dead movies, and now there's just 2 branches. One was Ash versus the Evil Dead, and they went with the, heavy Ash, heavy goofy, heavy super gory,
Yeah.
but more kind of for fun rather than genuine terror. And then the other ones went completely the opposite way and just gore, terror, like not funny.
No. So there's going to be, what, one more after this?
I don't think it's official yet, but I
But
mean,
they
I think
did
this one did well.
Yeah. Well, they said when the guy was reading on the vinyl, it was like, this is one of 3 books of the dead or whatever. And you're like, oh, okay, so they found the first one, they found this one, and there's one more to go.
Yeah, I mean, they set it up for more. And I'm wondering, like, people are thinking one of the theories is that they're going to do a period piece back in the 20s.
With the first book.
With that book that was the recording with Bruce Campbell in it. That's a theory.
Oh, yeah, that's why they didn't show it. Okay.
So in the original movies, Ash went back in time, and in Ash versus the Evil Dead, there's a sequence where they go back in time. So that's like canon.
Yeah, so time travel is the thing.
Yeah, I guess if you read correctly from the book, you go back in time, and that's how it is.
Okay, I could see that. But like, I don't know. It just didn't feel like an Evil Dead movie, really.
It didn't. It felt like a gore film that had like a couple very obvious nods to the Evil Dead series.
Yeah. Were you the one who said it was like the Cloverfield movies?
I don't think so.
Like they just made a movie and they just put Evil Dead in the title. You know, like the Cloverfield paradox. Like that has nothing to do with Cloverfield, but
It does at the end when the monsters are attacking.
but still.
Yeah,
I
but
mean,
it's so loosely.
I
It's
know.
not like a direct continuation of this story.
I just felt like I should talk about it because I didn't care at all about Evil Dead. So
yeah.
looking
Okay,
at Reddit,
yeah.
All right. Well, yeah. I mean, Evil Dead's really good. Go watch it, but I just don't think it was as good as the first one.
Yeah, I hear you. I get it.
Yeah. That's all I got to say about that. Oh, wait. And then there was that part where the demon sucks out the person's eyeball and then spits it into somebody else's throat. That pissed me off.
Stupid.
Yeah, that was just like, what was it, Evil Dead 2 they did that?
Yeah, it was just like a little joke nod, but I was like, come on, man. You're trying to make this scary and gory. Why'd you do that?
It did feel a little out of place.
Yeah. But yeah, that's all I got to say about this week.
All right, well, if that's it, let's go ahead and move into the Plottytime vibe check.
I'm going to check your vibe.
I don't have music for that.
I was expecting it.
Yeah,
I don't have music for that yet.
Oh, shit.
So
We might get some vibes going.
Hopefully, he made music for asking the questions at the end, so we don't have to fucking labor through that every week.
Nope.
no, I did not. Don't get didn't do everything in a week, but so the Plottytime vibe check. You guys hear about this whole writer strike. Now Stranger Things is delayed. Marvel movies are delayed.
That was what
Everything
happens
is
with Marvel.
delayed. Everything's shut down.
Yep.
Yeah.
Writers striking.
That's what they want more money, whatever. Give them money. I don't care. I really don't care if they never come back.
The argument is that since streaming became a thing, the studios are basically trying to exclude them from streaming rights or from streaming residuals, basically.
Oh.
And they're also trying to make contracts in a way so that they're not exactly union. So it's more like a gig economy like Uber. And the writers are like, no, you got to actually pay us money.
I mean,
Well, yeah.
So
It's not really a gig economy like Goober, but
no, that's what the studio's trying to implement.
I know,
and
no,
to
but
get
I mean,
around
like,
the union.
hiring a writer to do something isn't like hiring someone to pick you up food.
It's more like Fiverr.
Or it's more like art, like commissioning art.
Yeah, like Fiverr.
You never call art people who paint pictures a gig economy.
I would.
Just to be a dick.
Yeah, just be an asshole. I want to just see where they go with AI writing something.
Yeah, can't wait to see how bad that gets.
It's going to be so bad.
Yeah, it's going to be pretty terrible. I can't wait.
It's going to be just as good as the shit they're putting out anyway. It's not like any of these writers are really that great.
I mean, I've read some AI shit that's
Although I'll stand by my union
blew
brothers.
my mind. It's pretty wild.
I'm sure it'll come up with twists you never thought of.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
This twist doesn't make any sense. What were they going for? Oh, they just spitting out random words they were in their dictionary.
Now I can't wait for someone to hire a monkey to sit at a typewriter.
I mean, if this goes on long enough, it's probably going to happen.
Oh yeah, people are going to use. I'm sure there's people scrambling to make AI now, figuring, oh, this is our time to shine.
Well, do you remember it happening before? Do you remember
Yeah, there's
quality falling off? I don't remember shit.
I remember it happened in what, 06 or 07,
Yeah.
and that's when reality TV blew up
Yeah,
because they didn't have to hire a writer because it was unscripted, so every show was just reality TV.
and some
I'll never
shows,
forgive the studios for that.
and some good shows too got canceled because they were like going to their second season, and then the writer strike, and then they just didn't have writers to write,
Yeah.
and it kind of just ended.
Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me if we see some casualties from this.
Yeah.
Well, if it goes on long enough, I mean, they could wrap it up any day now.
Yeah, but
Could.
I mean, they could too. I mean, they're just going to make money off of streaming for this the whole time. It's not like
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know enough about it.
I mean, they should pay them more, but
I could care less. I don't watch series anyway.
I gotta side with the union. This is a pro-union podcast. So
Well, yeah, I'll go with that. But
motherfucker, I'm the only one in a union here.
I'm in my union.
Oh, the
Union
Bert's
of
has
one.
a union?
Union of one.
The Bert's Meal Makers Union.
and you gotta add in something else that's completely unrelated,
Oh, yeah.
like the Burt's Meal Makers Union and Beekeepers 104.
Yeah, because mine's iron workers and shipbuilders.
Yeah, there's always two that are weird, like confectionaries and warehouse workers. Like, there's just always two that are like, you want to join up with you? Yeah, man.
Yeah, fuck it. The more we have, the more power we get.
That's a good point.
So true.
But it's also just, it's going to accelerate AI into it, and it's going to get really annoying.
Well, AI, it's already accelerated, dude. Have you tried it? It's fucking neat.
Not really.
I made cool
I have
pictures.
done stuff for this podcast with it.
Oh, yeah?
Like the thing that I'll use it for is I'll type in ChatGPT or Bard or whatever. I'll write like
Something funny, because he's not funny himself.
make jokes for this guy. I'm like, who the fuck is Poppascotch? I'm like, fuck you.
I want to go to ChatGPT right now. And
Make a joke in the voice of Poppascotch.
No, it's not. That's not gonna work. They'll be like, who the fuck is that?
Yeah.
They're like, you mean this guy that had a MySpace page in 2008? But yeah, I'll use it to be like, write me a 30-word synopsis for whatever the movie of the week is. And that's how I'll get synopsises I can't find. Or that are like 3 paragraphs.
Synopsis?
Synopsises?
Synopsis. Okay. I've
So
been
in other
trying...
movie news, the Mortal Kombat movie sequel may have found its Johnny Cage.
Uh-oh.
Oh, I know we were all clamoring for that.
I hope it's Ben Schwartz.
It's supposed to start shooting in June. The writer's strike may push it, but it looks like they're going to cast Carl Urban as the actor who's going to play Johnny Cage.
That's weird.
What's he in?
He was
The Boys?
he was also
that
in
guy.
Star Trek as Scotty?
The Trek.
Not Scotty.
No, I think he was one of the bad guys.
I don't remember. But he was in it, right?
He was, yes.
I don't think he looks anything like Johnny Cage.
That's what I mean. He doesn't.
He was in the 2005 Doom movie.
Oh, yeah.
With The Rock?
Of course The Rock was.
Oh, that's one we can watch. I bet that's...
Yo. Let's write that down.
Dude, all you gotta do is watch any Rock movie.
Whoa, you hold your tongue.
But yeah, so that news came out. So hopefully it starts shooting. I want it to be good. I liked the first one. We talked about this on the podcast. We enjoyed it.
Yeah, it was a good movie. It was the best Mortal Kombat movie to date.
Yeah. Yeah, at first I didn't like it, but I think that was my own shit because in my mind, I always thought Sub-Zero was good and Scorpion was bad. And then I was like, that's how it always has been. And then I read the lore from like the first game and I'm like, no, this has always been the dynamic.
That's true.
So-
It always felt that way, though.
It did because the guy had fire and like had a face.
He was like
there
from
a
hell,
skull.
yeah, right?
Yeah, you just assumed he's from hell, right? I didn't think it was that crazy. Oh, but here we are.
No, you should go back into the lore of the game when you play it.
Oh, I've seen all the movies. I think I know the lore. Okay.
You've seen them all a bunch.
Yeah, that's what I do. I watch movies.
Also, in video game news, this just came out. I don't know how many people are going to care about this, but I figured I'd mention it.
Oh.
That the Spider-Man game that came out a couple years ago, the Insomniac one.
Mm-hmm.
The sequel is Miles Morales, but the original Insomniac one, you can now buy the remaster on PS5 by itself. Previously, you got it as a bonus if you bought Miles Morales.
Right.
But if anyone out there has not played the remastered Spider-Man, you can buy it for PS5 now.
Can't you just watch it? Or can't you just play it with PS Plus?
I thought it was on there.
It might not
I
be
think
the remaster.
so, but it's the PS4 version.
Yeah, I think you're right.
So
All
you
right.
can play it standalone.
Yeah, cool. Good job.
I mean, I just wanted to mention it. I thought that was interesting. Maybe some people out there want to give it a shot.
I think it's neat.
We also got some rumors we can talk about.
Fucking spill the tea, dude.
It has been a minute since we talked about some rumors, but apparently there's a rumor going around that there is going to be some kind of either remake or revisioning or something going on with Metal Gear Solid 3.
Okay.
And but nothing's been official.
I don't know anything about Metal Gear Solid 3, but yeah, okay. All right, good.
That was one that took place in Vietnam or something. I don't recall ever playing it.
Yeah,
But there's some like rumblings about it that it might come around. The thing in this article that I was reading is that the guy who broke it, a guy by the name of Nick Baker, who does a podcast, he also said 100% he was confident 2 years ago that an Infamous game is coming, and then that never happened.
Give it time.
So he's accurate, is what you're saying.
Accurate recognizes accurate.
And
And
yeah,
since we're the most
Is that like
accurate
game
podcast-
recognizing game?
you got it.
Exactly.
Nice.
And then there was also a follow-up to that Konami has landed a deal with Sony to make more Silent Hill games, and possibly because I know they're talking about a Silent Hill 2 remake, like that's confirmed, that's gonna come out.
Yeah.
But they were talking about how there might be more games, and maybe possibly Konami might be working on a new Castlevania.
Oh, I did hear that because they did a Castlevania DLC for Dead Cells.
Are they going to do like a 2D platformer, or are they going to do
Yeah.
like Lord of Shadows?
I think it's 2D platformer shit.
I just wish they'd come up with newer shit, or just change the name.
Why? Why not just make a new
It
Castlevania?
kind of annoys me that they use the same things.
They just said a new Castlevania game. They didn't really specify anything else, but it seems silly to have that property just sitting here not doing much.
Make an awesome Netflix.
Well, they made a Netflix series.
That's true, which I hear is good.
It is good. It's pretty good. You should watch it.
Wasn't it Return to Castlevania for Dead Cells or something? Was it Dead Cells?
I don't know. I haven't
We
played
don't
Dead
know,
Cells
man.
in
We
a
can't-
long time.
Can't back you up on this one.
I didn't make it up.
You could have.
Maybe it wasn't.
We
Dead
are the
Cells.
most accurate podcast ever, so.
I know. I don't want to fuck it up.
Yes,
Yeah,
there's a
Return to
DLC
Castlevania.
for Dead Cells called Return to Castlevania.
Yeah. Okay.
That was close.
I know. We almost made an
weren't
error.
accurate.
I had to bring back the correction crevice.
Maybe I can work in some kind of sounds, but
I knew he was
that
going to
does
say
it for the Plotty Time vibe check. So how about we get into this game here? How about it, guys?
Oh my
that.
god.
Are you going to cut that sound out and put it in again?
No.
No. It saves it to a different audio track. I can just
Oh.
move it around however I want.
Well, the fans asked for this, so.
I
Sure
believe
did. They
we
were-
asked for it.
Well, no,
Oh,
I mean the fans asked for this game.
I was talking about the music thing,
Oh yeah, I've
the
been.
noisemaker. Yeah, we've been talking about that forever.
I was talking about the soundboard too because it's my new toy. But
That's
this
what they're
game we're
called.
talking about, as you already see in the episode description, we're going to be talking about the classic game that every single person knows about: Star Wars Millennium Falcon CD-ROM Playset.
I don't think anybody asked for this, and when they're asking for a Star Wars,
Isn't that what they're talking about?
Someone in the subreddit, their name's escaping me, but they wanted us to just talk about Star Wars and just go off.
Yeah, they
But
sure did.
just to clarify before any of this, I'm actually a fan of Star Wars. I don't like a lot of the newer stuff, but I would consider myself a fan.
and Chump Slap's sort of indifferent.
Yeah, Chump Slap's indifferent. Like,
Well, watching this video, I don't remember. I don't know any of this shit. Like I know nothing of the stories.
Really?
Yeah.
well, that's exciting because this is talked about completely out of order.
Yeah, that's.
It was Sandman 4J.
Okay.
He asked
Oh,
him
thank you,
for it.
Sandman 4J. Shout out. But the game was released October 24th, 1999. That is the most concrete release date I could possibly find. The rest just said 99. So that's what we're going with. This game, you bought it as a playset. It came with this huge honking piece of plastic that's supposed to be the Millennium Falcon, like, cockpit. And you lay it on top of your keyboard in a certain configuration, and it just has two buttons on the top that you hit to control the on-screen prompts.
Oh no, it doesn't. It has 6 buttons.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, then they only used 2 in the game mode I saw then.
It was kind of a cool idea.
But at that time were all keyboards universal size and shit?
They must have been a lot closer than what we got now. I mean, nowadays it's
You couldn't use it on like a
billion
laptop
different
or anything.
Yeah, I mean, but like I have fucking little Logitech keyboard. It's not going to fit on that. You know?
No, you'd have to get like a real one with switches in it, like really clicky old school style.
Yeah, like a mechanical
You
keyboard.
could buy it right now for $45.
Yeah, I know.
You hear that, fans? It can be yours for $45.
One left in stock. Order soon.
One left in stock from 99.
Get it before Dr. Scientist grabs it.
You might want to try and grab a disc of Windows 98 while you're at it.
Oh yeah, it definitely needs Windows 95 or 8.
have to run a VM or something. Hey man, if they can get Doom to play on an ATM machine, we can figure out how to get the Star Wars Millennium Falcon CD-ROM playset together.
That's true. That's true.
But we'll get into it in a second here. Number one song on October 24th, 1999. Do you guys have any guesses?
Genie in a bottle.
That's incorrect.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
You asked for this.
I wanted us to control the sounds.
I'm going to go Time of Your Life by Green Day.
That's also incorrect.
Well, it's around that
Sorry.
time.
That was my graduation song.
That was everybody's
98.
graduation.
That's a good point. Let's go ahead and let's get Bentley in here. But guys, thing about this. Bentley's not here in the room.
Okay.
What is he calling in?
Yeah,
from?
he's on mission with the Sly Gang. So let's just go ahead and give him a call, see if he's around. We'll pick up. Don't worry.
Who the fuck has a touch tone phone?
Hey guys, how's it going?
What's up,
Hey,
Bentley?
Bentley.
Where are you at?
What's up, buddy?
Well, I'm actually on mission in Rio de Janeiro.
Oh, okay.
Must be nice.
Hey, Bentley, can you just sing the song I texted you? Just do that real quick.
Well, you got it, buddy. Okay, here we go. Cause it's just like the ocean under the
Santana
moon.
and
Same as the emotion.
the guy from Matchbox 20.
Oh, he got it.
Great job, Dr. Scientist. You really nailed it.
Smooth.
Smooth. Yes, that's it.
Smooth, yes, of course. Santana featuring Rob Thomas.
That's it, Rob Thomas.
Obviously, jeez.
Thanks, Bentley.
Yeah, Bentley, you can go ahead and hang up. I know you got a lot of stuff you got to be doing there.
Sly's been gone for a week.
No, we don't. Just. Okay, we're gonna hang up now, buddy.
Okay, guys, good luck out there.
Thanks, Bentley. Appreciate it. Later. Okay, great. I hung up on him.
Thank God.
He's a bummer. Anyway, so yeah, there you go. Smooth by Santana featuring Rom Thomas. Number one movie in the country. I'm going to go ahead and throw you the tagline out here.
October
99.
October
Scream.
24th,
No.
1999.
Saw 3.
2.
2.
They didn't come out till like 2000 or
I don't know.
We didn't even get the tagline for it yet. How do you expect us to get it?
Well, you keep guessing. So I'll just go ahead and just throw that for the blanket.
All right.
The tagline is, the flower arrangements have been ordered. The sleeping arrangements are still being worked out.
My Big Fat Greek Wedding.
Was it My Big Fat Greek Wedding?
No, it's not My Big Fat Geek Rig. Sorry.
Wedding Crashers.
Nope.
I want to get it right just to hear the sound.
Wait, what was it? What was the second part of that?
The sleeping
sleeping
arrangements are
arrangements.
still being worked out.
I don't know.
Yeah, I've never heard of this film, so I'll just go ahead and read the synopsis for you.
All right.
A group of college friends reunite for the wedding of one of their own, but old secrets and rivalries threaten to derail the festivities.
Dude, I've seen like 30 movies like that.
Yeah, I don't
It's
think you guys
basically
know
The
that.
Big Chill, but set in the 90s.
Very close. It's actually The Best Man
Never
from
heard of it.
1999.
Anybody in it that we know?
Let's take a look here.
Oh, I thought you'd have this prepared.
You didn't think anyone would ask questions about this shitty movie?
Oh, yeah, The Best Man.
Oh, yeah. Who was the best man?
It stars Taye Diggs as Harper Stewart
Oh, okay.
and Nia Long as Jordan Armstrong. Directed by Malcolm D. Lee. Morris Chestnut's in it. I mean, Morris Chestnut plays a guy by the name of Lance Sullivan. Terrence Howard's in it. Regina Hall.
I've never seen this movie.
No.
No, I don't think it was really marketed at us guys, if you know what I'm saying.
Probably. Yeah, I hear what you're saying. I'm picking up what you're putting down.
But it's got some great reviews. Go check it out if you want a movie about a group of college friends that reunite for the wedding of one of their own, but old secrets and rivalries threaten to derail the festivities.
6.5 on
This is the one for
IMDb.
you.
That's good enough for me.
This day in history, October 24th, 79. That's right, the year 79. Mount Vesuvius erupts, burying the cities of Pompeii, Herculaneum, Oplontis, and Stabai, and killing thousands of people.
Those definitely sound like Greek names.
Yeah.
Actually, you know what? It's funny you say that. It happened in New Jersey.
It's wild.
There's a lot of Greek
Yeah.
people in New Jersey.
A lot of people don't know that. The game was released for PC, developed and published by, get this, Hasbro Interactive.
Oh, shit.
And the only genre I've come up with is a PC clip game. Because
That's what it is.
It's an FMV type game.
it's all like you're playing through Star Wars moments, most of which I'd argue aren't famous scenes from the movies that have any action, which was very confusing.
They're definitely out of order.
They were wildly out of order. I guess you could play them in any order,
Yeah.
except for the final Death Star run.
Yeah. You have to get all 3 pieces of the plans to do that.
Yeah, basically.
Oh, I
the
just
game,
ruined the plot.
Yeah, that's it. That's the game.
I mean, that's the plot. The plot is that you are one of the rebels, and you have to go around and find the Death Star, the three pieces of the three or four pieces of the Death Star plans.
It's basically Rogue One.
Yeah, pretty much, except way worse because you're just playing. These moments come through all three of the films.
Yeah.
And things happen like way after the Death Star has been blown up. But you have to do those in order to get the plans to blow up the Death Star?
Yeah.
The second Death Star.
No.
I think it's the first. This is a very confusing game, but let's get into it, guys. How about it?
Yeah, let you. Good thing it's yours because I got no fucking idea what's happening.
Oh, we already went through all my notes.
Yeah, my notes say 3 parts of Death Star plan.
That's really all it is. Like I said, the point's to find the Death Star plans. So this chronologically would be taking place before the original Star Wars film. So
It doesn't make So
it doesn't make any sense because we see so many things, and we go to so many locations that never. Not that they never existed, but they didn't exist in canon. Our characters did not go there.
Yeah.
Anyway, so you get a brief tutorial about how to place the playset on your keyboard. They show you, and then the game pops off, and this guy pops on screen who I don't know who this guy is.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say, is he from the movies?
Yeah, he's just a fat dude who's making the game, I assumed.
Yeah.
He's just like, and he has the most piss poor like shirt that's supposed to be a rebel fighter. I guess it's like a flight suit or something, but he's the commander. They refer to him as the commander. And he just tells you that, you know, someone in the rebel fleet tells you that you need to find the Death Star plans so we can kill everybody. So he's setting the table here, basically.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Go to these planets. They might have them.
Yeah, here's a whole bunch of planets. Could be hidden anywhere.
The game, yeah, it takes you to different planets. It shows you scenes from the films that took place on those planets or around there. But the video I watched and the video I'm pretty sure you guys watched, they were completely out of order.
Yeah, because you could go into any order you wanted, I think.
Yeah.
And didn't make any sense. And since you could do that in the spirit of this, I'm going to go in the order that this person clicked around in.
I watched at least 3 videos trying to figure out what the hell was going on.
Man, I should have told you beforehand, you will not figure out what's going on because this story doesn't make sense in the way it's presented.
No, it didn't.
So you start by heading to Jabba's palace on Tatooine to check for the plans, and we get a mashup of Return of the Jedi scenes.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not exactly how these scenes actually played out. They're just sort of like re-edited into sequence to roughly fit the narrative of the game with QuickTime events.
Yes. QuickTime events. That's all it was.
Yeah, press the button here at this time.
Yeah.
Right. And then we start with Luke falling into the pit, having to fight Jabba's Rancor. That's the name of the big thing. I'm going to know a lot of these names you guys don't know, so you're welcome.
Everybody knows what a Rancor is.
Who's Jabba?
Jabba the Hutt?
He's the equivalent of Pizza the Hut.
Oh, okay.
Yes, this universe is Pizza the Hut. Correct.
Did he get trapped in a limousine and eat himself to death?
That's not how he ends it in this one.
Oh, okay.
Not in the game. In the movies, yes.
All right.
I thought he was choked by Leia in the movies.
Yeah, like pretty soon after these scenes. But you fumble your way through this fight of just re-edited thing, and they play random audio clips. Like of characters that aren't in this scene or aren't anywhere near here. I mean, they play like audio clips of Han Solo when at this point in the story he's frozen in carbonite and not even there.
I think the kid who was making the video was pushing the Han Solo button when that happened.
Maybe. At least that would make more sense.
There was a lot of times he missed the wrong QuickTime event.
Yeah, he did.
And then the scene just ends here, and then you're on to the pit of Carcoon, which is the Sarlacc pit, as everyone normally knows.
Oh, yeah, Sarlaccs.
But in transit, on your way there, you have the sequence where you fly into a tunnel and you turn around over and over again. I think this is supposed to be a nod to the first movie where they hide out in a cave.
In an asteroid?
On an asteroid.
Yes, it was in an asteroid.
Huh.
Yeah, there's this scene where they're running away from the Empire and they have to go through an asteroid field, and they basically dive into this cave on a larger asteroid field, and it turns out they're in the mouth of a monster.
Mm-hmm.
But that's the fun part. We don't see any of that. We just see them flying through a tube and switching directions a couple times.
Yeah, you got to press left or right. It's brilliant.
It's barely it's barely a game. This is barely a game, let's be honest with you. And then finally, we get to the pit of Carcoon, where the sequence that's here I think the person playing the game like exited this and came back to it later.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's like 3 seconds where Luke winks at R2 and they just keep winking back and forth.
I think he kept missing the fucking prompt.
I guess so. He kept missing the prompt. It's just wink, wink, wink. I'm like, what the fuck am I watching?
Oh, good stuff.
Yeah. So then the scene just ends, and then you're on to Hoth. The game tells you you're going into the Wampa Cave, which all this stuff on Hoth isn't told in the right order.
No.
But the commander tells you need to use the Force in the Wampa Cave. This is a famous scene from the beginning of Empire Strikes Back, where Luke is basically knocked out in the cold, and he comes to and he's hanging upside down.
Are the Wampas the big Yeti things?
Yeah.
Yes, the big white Yeti thing.
I got that much out of it.
Nice. And then he uses the Force because the lightsaber is just out of his wreath. He uses it to cut himself free from the ice and cut the Wampa's arm off. You don't see any of the blood, so it's kind of lame.
This is the equivalent of the scene in
Mallrats.
Mallrats, yeah. Okay.
Exactly.
We'll get this through illusions and other media.
Exactly. That's how I know all my Star Wars shit. Other movies.
It's fascinating that you guys know the stuff from references in other films. That's a great decision. And then still on Hoth, you go and head to the frozen fields, but on the way to that, you have to dodge an asteroid field for some reason, which doesn't make any sense to me.
I think it was just for gameplay, but it's still poor.
No, but you're dodging asteroids, and there's a massive fucking ship behind you in this scene.
But the thing that doesn't make sense to me is you're on Hoth, you're in one place,
there isn't an
and then
asteroid
you're traveling
building
to
around
another place on Hoth, which is like next door. Like you could see it
Yeah.
from where you're at. But there's this. I understand these like space scenes, like where you have to like hit buttons to shoot asteroids or get out of the way or dodge. I think they were just like random things thrown in between your travels so they give you some gameplay.
Just trying to make the game longer. Yep.
Yeah, but I feel like this is the time when you're going to places in the same planet. It doesn't really make a lot of sense.
No, it doesn't.
But then you watch some badass fight scene at the beginning of Empire. The beginning of the Empire that Strikes Back, where the Empire has found the rebel base. They're attacking it, and they basically have to fight them off until they can all escape. This is a very famous scene that's in basically any Star Wars game has this level. Because it's like the most action-packed sequence of this whole fucking movie.
Right.
You have the A-Wings and the X-Wings. They trip up the AT-ATs.
Okay,
Stop.
English.
Ow.
Okay. Questions?
Compare it to media we know. It was probably a scene on Family Guy somewhere.
Oh, of course there was. I think Family Guy's done every scene in all Star Wars at this rate.
Okay, A-Wings and X-Wings are the fighter jet things.
Yes,
And
correct.
AT-ATs are the big hulking...
The walkers.
Yeah.
Yeah, the AT-ATs and the AT-STs are the two-legged ones.
Oh, okay.
I never really understood a point of making your walkers like that.
No, because especially if you can fly.
Yeah. And the two-legged one's even more so because all you got to do is knock it over.
Well, all you got to do is put a string around it. I remember that from something.
That's exactly what they do in this. They
That's maybe
they throw the towing winch.
No, it was definitely parodied in a lot of things. I'm trying to think of one.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I know they did it for Family Guy, but they did all those movies for Family Guy, so it makes sense that they did it there. But it's a very famous sequence where they shoot the towing cable, they wrap around the legs, trip them up, and then someone blows them up.
Yeah, I was like, what does this have to do with 3 parts of the Death Star plans? You're going to find them just flying around AT-ATs?
I hate to break this to you, but you don't have to find 3 parts of Death Star plans in the Star Wars
No,
movies.
you don't.
This is just all added on to the story that is there.
I know, but why would you do this?
Because it's already told. It's a story. They're trying to make a story out of something different that's not in the original
It
story.
doesn't make any sense. You're not even getting out of the ship. How are you going to find Plant?
No, trust me, it makes less sense as we go on because you'll just play these things and at the end of it, the commander will pop and be like, oh, great, you found a piece. Like, what do you mean I found a piece?
In some of the QuickTime events, you had to hit the button at the right time, and they'll be like, oh, you found a Death Star plan.
Yeah, but it doesn't make, whatever. Let's just keep going.
I mean, if you have questions to this, this is going to be here. We're going to be here all day. This is a lot.
No, I get it.
It's not a lot. That's why.
And then next you head to a planet by the name of Bespin.
64 different sounds.
And he uses the fart one 4 times.
Well, you know why I keep using that? Because it's money in the bank. See what I mean?
I hear you.
I bet you he has a list of phrases he can use and a button to press right next to it. Money in the bank, 7.
Cha-ching.
How dare you? The whole crowd was they just gasped. They did it again.
All right, good, let's go. Out-ats.
Do you have a
spin.
laugh track at least?
Sure do. I also got this one if you start popping off.
All right, back to the
All
game.
right. B-spin. Best spin. Whatever.
Bespin,
Bespin.
which is the planet that houses Cloud City. Like, there's plenty of sequences in Cloud City. I forgot the planet was Bespin. I'm so
Isn't
sorry.
that from Final Fantasy?
Cloud City?
Yeah. Oh, no, that's a comic book shop
Yeah.
in the Lehigh Valley Mall. Go on.
So then you play the sequence of Han getting dropped into the cryo freezer.
Ooh.
All right. This part, you're not even in the ship.
No, you're not. This is a very not action-focused scene at the end of Empire where Darth Vader captures them all, but Boba Fett's there, and he has a bounty on Han Solo. So since Boba Fett brought Darth Vader that group, he got to keep Han and return him to Jabba. So they freeze him, cryo freeze him, so they can transport him easier. Anyway, it doesn't matter.
No, it
it's
doesn't.
a very famous scene. It's the one where Princess Leia, Carrie Fisher, says, "I love you," and then Han Solo's just like steely cold. He's like, "I know."
That sounds like something I'd say.
But for this sequence, we
No
don't
one
see that.
loves
We
you.
just hear a bunch of random Harrison Ford quotes
Yeah.
on top of the action of them freezing the body.
I expected to hit a button.
Yeah. It's bad.
Snakes. I hate snakes.
That'd be great if we just heard Indiana Jones quotes in the middle.
It belongs in a museum.
Jay.
I'm racking my brain trying to think of one. I can't think of one.
I'm glad you got the J one just by the J.
Oh, that's so good.
It's one of my favorite parts of Crusaders. But I know that Jehovah begins with an I. He's just J.
All right.
I just remembered we named the dog Indiana. Fucking,
That's not how that's Harrison Ford.
All right. Good
no,
stuff.
that wasn't. That was Sean Connery. We got some good ones in there. So we quickly fight through the halls of Cloud City, and then we fuck off to Dagobah and watch the scene where Luke meets Yoda for the first time, which again happened in the second movie.
Oh, really? All right. I wasn't sure when he actually met him, but I knew it was out of order.
And then you do some rando Jedi training montage from the movie, which I don't think was originally a montage, which is very strange.
I don't
They
think
just
it was.
No.
slapped it together as a montage. And it doesn't matter because we're already off of Dagobah and we're in the Endor space battle, which is at the end of Jedi. And I'm like, this is where I started asking, what the fuck kind of timeline is this? And then we fly back to the first film where Han and Luke are rescuing Princess Leia from the Death Star and have a shootout in the detention block. But there's no mention of saving Princess Leia here. You just shoot the eyeball thing, which does have a name I didn't write down in the trash compactor.
Yeah, the
And then-
Cyclops.
Yeah, the Cyclops, and then that's it. That's the sequence here.
This is where I turned this video off for a minute, and I was like, this kid kept missing the eyeball, and it pissed me
Yeah,
off.
he did it like 20 times.
Yeah, it just keeps like the eyeball. There's a sequence, if you guys haven't seen this game, it's where the eyeball pops out, looks around real quick, and slinks back in. And they just kept doing that over and over again and re-editing it happening over and over because they keep messing the prompts. But again, doesn't matter because now we're back at the pit of Carcoon, like from like an hour ago.
All
And the
right.
editing makes the whole sequence completely nonsensical, but it doesn't matter because now you're at the Mos Eisley Cantina.
Mm-hmm.
And you just quick time your way through the band, I guess?
Yeah, right.
When does that happen in the movies?
Like the first half hour of the first film. That's the sequence, that's the place where you meet Han Solo as a character.
Mm-hmm. And he shot first.
There's no shooting of Greedo, there's no running into Jabba or his thing. The stormtroopers don't even attack you. You just haul ass off the planet in the Millennium Falcon. That's all you do in this sequence.
All right.
And then you do a brief detour to shoot the speeder bikes in the desert in Tatooine, which never happened in any of the movies. So that's confusing.
Oh, you think that was confusing? Try not watching the movies and then watching this
Yeah.
shit.
And then you fuck around with some Jedi training again from the first movie where Luke has the training helmet on and they're shooting the little lasers at his butt.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
And somehow
Sounds sexy.
the
not.
commander shows up. He's like, "You've got the plans." I'm like, "How did that get the plans?" Were they in the training helmet the whole time? Or were they in the back?
Yeah,
You
they
could've
really
grabbed them?
didn't think when they made these plans where they were.
No, they hit him in wild spots.
Yeah.
And again, I know this has nothing to do with the story, and I wanted to bring this up, but every time you go back to the main menu, there's like a vocal cue that tells you how to click around the main menu.
Yeah, I heard that.
And I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? Every time the instructions, they pop up.
Yeah.
I'm like, we've been playing this game. I don't need... Then you fuck off back to Hoth with, before the two other scenes we have already seen, where they trick a droid and shoot it and blow it up. And then all of a sudden, Luke is fighting Darth Vader at the end of Empire, and he falls down the chute
Mhm.
where he famously got his hand cut off and basically fell to what we thought was his death. But then he gets picked up by Han and Leia in the Millennium Falcon.
Right.
No, sorry, Han is gone. He's
Oh, yeah,
on
he's
his way to Jabba's.
He's frozen in carbonite or something.
Yeah. You guys probably haven't seen it, but the end of Empire, really bummer ending.
Yeah, we hear
That is
about it in Clerks.
Yeah.
That's true. It ends on such a down note. I mean, that's what life is. A series of down endings. And then
What Jedi had was a bunch of puppets.
and then there's a bunch of shit that happens with Vader and his troopers, and you fight around Cloud City again, which didn't happen in any of the movies. And then they make a mission out of picking up Luke at the end of Empire, like after he fell down the thing and was barely holding on. They come and pick him up with the Millennium Falcon and just leave, but they like make a mission out of it.
Yeah.
Guys, we're almost done.
Thank fucking Christ. I stopped taking notes about half an hour ago.
That's understandable. And then you head to the Death Star throne room to fight the Emperor and Darth Vader from the last film. And then after this, you head to the Lars homestead, where it's just where the first movie starts, where Luke is living before any of the Star Wars shit happened to him.
Mm-hmm.
And then they're like, "Oh, you found a piece of the plans on a dewback on Tatooine." I was like, the fucking lizard things that walk around?
That
Like,
sounded
only nerds-
racist.
That does. It does. But that's the actual name of the... There's sequences in Tatooine where the stormtroopers are riding around what looks like dinosaurs.
Yeah.
Like maybe a bit larger than a horse,
Like a
smaller than a
Yoshi.
rino.
Like a Yoshi.
Like a Yoshi. They're called dewbacks. That's the name of it.
Okay.
And then it's finally time for the end of the goddamn game. So that's what you found the last piece. You do the Death Star trench run since you have all three versions of the plans. And then you get to Yavin. There's some Yavin 4 stuff here, which is the planet at the end of fucking Jedi, I think.
Yeah. Yeah. that's
Oh,
all.
yeah. Yavin 4. Yeah.
Of course. Let's not be
And the
idiots.
commander's like, "Hey, the Death Star's weakness is a small exhaust port that's 1 meter wide." And this is where I wrote in my notes, everyone has known about this weakness for literally 20 years since this movie came out.
Yeah.
20 years from when the game came out.
Right. Right. 40 years ago.
Yeah, 40 years
So
ago.
you do the goddamn trench run. The commander tells you, "You did it. Now you're a Jedi Master." I don't know who gave him the authority to make me a Jedi Master all of a sudden.
right. He's not a
I don't know what that
Jedi.
You don't know
If this
that.
was the first
I
Star Wars,
know.
everyone's like, "You did it. You nailed it. You did the shot." They weren't like, "Oh, you've definitely mastered Jedi powers now."
Yeah.
And then you get a still shot of Luke wearing the hood from Jedi when he was sneaking into Jabba's palace. And then they ask you if you want to restart the game or watch the credits.
Yeah. And you say, fuck off.
I don't. It's like Lee Trevino golf. You chose not to continue.
Yeah, this game. Well, how about let's just go ahead and move into final thoughts.
Yeah, that's the game.
That's the game. We did it. We're done talking about it. I think it was one of the best games we've ever talked about.
I think it might be the lowest score ever.
It could be.
I'm so excited to see what you guys think. But let's start with you there, Sir Chump Slap.
Oh, I'm eager to answer some questions.
I do. Before I even get to these questions, I do want to point out that the reason I picked this game out of all the Star Wars games, by the way, we're in triple digits now of Star Wars games. There's over 100 of them.
Fuck that.
I know, right? And then I watched a YouTube video ranking the games from worst to best, and this was the second one. So
Second worst.
Second worst or
second worst. The other one was an Atari game that had no story, so I couldn't do it.
Well, you thought this had a story?
That's a good point. Kind of just searched for a video and found one and went with it. But anyway, so Sir Chump Slap.
Yeah.
Did watching this video make you want to join up with the rebels? Did the story work for you? Or was it just small pebbles?
Oh.
I don't even know what that means.
And what score out of 27 stars you think you'd give this?
This Millennium Falcon CD-ROM playset.
Yes.
Well, watching this video, no, I didn't fucking want to play this. This is stupid. It's bad. And I mean, they did what they could with it, I guess.
No, they couldn't. This was 99.
Yeah, you're right. They did worse than they could with it. But no, I don't want to play it. I don't want to play a clicker that has a weird controller that might fall off your keyboard.
If it fits in the first place.
If it fits, yeah. Did the story work for me? I'll say it again. What story?
That's a good point.
As someone who doesn't know shit about Star Wars, apparently. I get you have to find 3 pieces of the Death Star plan so you can find the weakness, because apparently the weakness is circled in red pen on these plans. And
yeah, I'd say the best job they did was telling you what the point of the game was, and that's it.
yeah. So that's it. I get it. You just have to watch all these videos that if you're a fan, you might be like, okay, that's cool. Oh, I remember that. That's neat. That has nothing to do with anything. And you just click a button and you get the plans, or you don't. I wonder if anyone's 100% in this game.
Poppascotch.
I wish. I'd be bragging about that every day.
So, in other words, the story did not work for me. Remember when we were like, oh, what would this X-Files game be like if you didn't know shit about the X-Files? That's how I felt. I was like, okay, that's Yoda. I get that. I know who Jabba is. That's Princess Leia. But none, they don't tell you shit about Dick. There's no fucking anything in this game. It's dumb. It's the worst thing I've ever fucking seen. It was half an hour, and it felt like 4 hours. So, let's get to the score. This is what everyone's looking for.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Out of 27 stars, I'll give this a 0.
0.
This must be Chump Slap's first 0.
I think it is. There's no character. If you don't know Star Wars already, you don't know shit. They don't tell you anything. They don't fucking explain anything. So I was going to give it a 1 because it was like you have to find 3 parts and that's how you beat it. But on further inspection, no, they don't. I don't even know if they tell you the guy's names who you're playing.
That's a good point.
So
No, I don't think they do.
no, I don't think they do either. So yeah, I'm gonna give it a big fat 0 because apparently fuck Star Wars.
I wish I had some counterpoints to it, but I don't. I really don't. But let's see what Dr. Syintist has to say about it then.
All right, yeah, I got some questions.
Do you want to
for
ask him any questions after Chump Slap?
Yeah, I got him.
Oh, here we go.
I'll rhyme with a Millennium Falcon CD-ROM playset.
Yeah,
and I'll give
okay.
it 27 stars.
So, did watching this video make you want to buy a Millennium Falcon CD-ROM playset? Was the story there, or did you? What do you got to say about the story? In hindsight, no, it doesn't work. And out of 27 stars, what did you give this piece of playset?
I was really worried we were going to have to pull it out. And I said, no, I can't give it 27 stars. Did I want to play it? No. Did the story work for me? I think Chump Slap said it best when he said, what story?
Yeah, exactly.
It's another story told in the wrong order.
It's not Pulp Fiction.
Yeah, it's not like it's one linear true story.
Yeah.
Told just out of order. I mean, I could have forgiven that.
Mm-hmm.
But it's just like, it's just nonsense. It's just clips with button presses.
Yeah, it's. I don't think this does justice to the people who requested a Star Wars game.
No way.
To be quite honest,
I'll pick another one next week.
you could pick one for the next 2 years. Like, all I care, but
I'm sorry, Sandman.
Yeah, this definitely doesn't count. You better write them a letter and apologize.
I'll send you a bag of fucking Big League Chew.
Do we still have some?
Somewhere.
That's got to be like 4 years old.
Oh, yeah. It's probably hard as a rock.
But yeah, no, the story doesn't work. And even so, it's a story thrown in over another story that doesn't even make sense with that other story.
Yeah.
Like, even, whatever. I also gave it in the same league as Jet Li Rise to Honor, Scarface, and Fight Club. And The Quiet Man with 0 stars.
Oh, shit. We got a dub 0.
Is this going to be the perfect 0 game?
That's another 0. I do have another fart. That was much quicker, see?
That one's way cooler.
But let's see if ZP makes it the perfect 0 or if he does gives it something. I don't know.
Okay, I will certainly answer that. I just don't remember what the questions were. Jeez Louise.
Did watching his video make you want to partake in some Star Wars?
Okay.
Was the story pretty... Did the story work for you, or could it have been far worse?
Oh,
Nice.
And out of 27 stars, how many would is this Star Wars worth? Kind of
Perfect.
Kind of work.
Did watching this video make me want to play it? No, it made me real angry. And I don't know how you guys feel. I can't pretend I know how you feel. But what I can say is, from someone who has seen and enjoys the original trilogy, I think I'm more infuriated than you guys are
Probably.
about this nonsense. Like, because I started the video, they're like, you got to find the plans to blow up the Death Star. I'm like, I've played several Star Wars games where this was the point. Like, okay, cool. Like,
Yeah.
decent start. We've got a goal. We've got something we're going towards. And the rest was just fucking re-edited nonsense. And what blows my mind is that half of the scenes that they did weren't even like action scenes.
No.
Like, yeah, you had the fight on Hoth, which is sweet, and that's always in all of these games. But you had the sequence where you're just sitting on the where Luke's sitting on the bottom of the fucking Cloud City, just like, come save me. And then turn into an action scene. That was like the saddest part of the end of Star Wars fucking Empire Strikes Back. They're just like, let's make it button prompts. It'll be cool. People will get it. No, man, we don't. We don't get it. Then all of a sudden the commander's like, you found the Death Star. Did I? I didn't do anything. I just clicked through this.
Take a breath.
he passed out. He was so angry.
He's so red.
No, wait. I think I still hear some faint signs of life. Yep, he's still.
Jesus.
That's a Simpsons joke. Anyway. So did this make me want to play it? I think there's a slight morbid curiosity in playing it in order and seeing how they do it, but it's certainly not enough for me to actually buy this thing.
Yeah.
So, no.
You could probably find just the video to download to just play without the big fucking thing, right?
There's got to be. What if there isn't? What if they hit like multiple buttons at the same time? You got to be able to like map your controller. Anyway, fuck that. So, did the story work for me? No, it's not a story. It's not. It's not a story. It's just scenes from the fucking movie with the cutscenes on top of them. That's all it is.
Yep.
So let's just get the score. What are we going to give for the score? I regret to inform you guys that I can't. I didn't pick a 0.
Oh, it's not a perfect 0.
I would hate to see a perfect 0.
Yeah, what could it be?
I was thinking about doing it, but then I was like, you're gonna go away from your true self. Like and this is, this system is perfect,
Right.
as we've
right.
shown. So I'm gonna give it a -1.
Oh, that match. That's the only second -1 we've ever given.
Wow.
Yeah, and I was thinking about, I was fully prepared to steal one of your points. But you gave it a 0, Dr. Scientist. I felt like this was the game to give that back. But no, it's just getting a -1, which leaves us with a total score of -1.
That's good enough for the perfect 0 for me.
Oh my God.
That is a record. We've never given a negative score.
That's
to a
like
game
7
before.
lower than our lowest.
Yeah, that's very impressive.
I believe we have a perfect 2.
We gave a Fight Club a 2 overall.
Yeah.
Oh, 2 overall.
I believe that was our lowest game. Well, it can't be. The Quiet Man was worse, right?
No, I don't think so.
No.
No,
That
The
actually
Quiet
had a
Man, we gave
story,
a
at
4.
least.
Quiet Man got a 4.
I was thinking of Madden. Long shot.
Well, that still had a story.
I think that was 6.
Well, that's at least infinitely better than this.
Jet Li Rise to Honor had a 5, and Def Jam Vendetta had a 7. So this is the worst game we've ever done. Congrats, Star Wars.
That's definitely right.
It could be the worst game ever made.
Man, it was real bad.
Story-wise.
Story-wise, yeah.
It's just because you took a property that had such a rich story and turned it into nonsense.
Yeah. Good stuff.
Fuck. All right, well, that's a score of -1. So unless you guys have more shit you want to drop down on this game, we'll just go ahead and move into our favorite segment of every week, which is Dr. Syintist Radical Pokemon.
It's a Pokemon.
Wait. There we go. Now we got the Pokemon.
No, you
Pop of the
should have
week,
stole fucking Pokemon. That you probably have to pay for that though.
I don't know what the legality. I'll do some research. Maybe we can get some clips from other things.
Okay.
But for now, and we'll go ahead. What's the Pokemon, Dr. Syintist?
Oh my god. I just picked the coolest Gen 5 Pokemon because I really couldn't think of anything else. So I just think the coolest Gen 5 Pokemon is Haxorus. It's a big dragon with huge axe type scythes on the side of his head. It just says its tusk can cut through steel. So I was like, fuck it, it's cool. It's the only cool one really.
How do you spell that?
Haxorus.
Haxorus.
Oh, okay. Oh. Okay, so he looks like a axe,
Yeah.
kinda.
That's pretty badass.
Yeah, he's pretty cool. He's not really
Axe
good.
jaw.
Looks cool.
Yeah, 5'11", 230 pounds.
That's my size.
I think I could take him.
That's nothing to fuck with. And he has an axe for a face.
Yeah.
That's not even his primary weapon.
No, it gets cut through steel, it says. So that's got to be pretty sharp.
Damn, dog. Looks like a badass. Good choice. Is this part of your gang that you're
No,
compiling?
he's not that good enough.
Oh, he's not good enough?
Okay.
He's just cool looking.
All right, yeah, I think
I mean,
that's neat.
You know, gangs are all about chemistry.
Yeah.
You know, like this may not work with it. That's okay. Doesn't mean they're not badass.
Yeah. That's it. That's the pick for this week. Haxorus.
Haxorus.
All right, there you go. Haxorus. And then with that being said, let's go ahead and move into our favorite segment of every week, which is Sir Chump Slaps. This or that.
I knew it was going to be something.
So rich.
Every week, we ask Sir Chump Slap. We give him 7 prompts, and this week, he is going to have to tell us if the prompt we give him is either a real New York City law firm or a musical duo.
Law firm or duo? Law, duo. Okay.
So you're going to get a name and another name,
I assume.
and you're going to have to tell us if it's a law firm or a musical duo. Are you ready, Sir Chump Slap?
This might be the hardest one to date.
You're so good at these, I have to throw in curveballs.
That's fine.
I mean, you're just nailing it.
I still think I'll get 6.
Yeah, probably.
God damn, I love the confidence. All right, here we go. Are you ready, Sir Chump Slap?
You know it.
All right, number 1, Sullivan and Cromwell,
Law firm.
Ashford and Simpson,
Duo.
Covington and Burling,
Law firm.
Hall and Oates,
Duo.
Seals and Crofts,
Duo.
Kirkland and Ellis,
Law firm.
Loggins and Messina.
Duo.
All right, the
Yeah,
tallies
it's
are
Kenny
in.
Loggins. And
I've heard of a Loggins.
Let's go ahead and see what we got here and
6
add up
out of
this
7.
number. And we've got 7 out of 7.
You can't beat him.
7 out of 7. That was unbelievable. I thought you'd get Hall and Oates. I mean, that's a pretty famous musical duo.
That was the only one I knew.
Loggins and Messina made I can't think of the song, but it's pretty.
I don't know. I'm really good at guessing stuff.
You're horrible
guys.
at kind of things like knowing pop culture, but guessing.
Forget about it.
You know what this tells me? You got to go with your immediate gut more often. Whatever your first reaction is to things, you got to go with it because it's damn near perfect every week. This week it
I
was.
think you're right. I think you're right. I should
If you ever
quit my
walk into
job.
a room
What?
and you're like, shit, I might get stabbed, you should listen to that thought.
All right, yeah. Cool.
So,
It's good to know
again,
about
for
myself.
everyone. To do the 7 out of 7 again, Sullivan and Cromwell is a law firm. Ashford and Simpson is a musical duo. Covington and Burling is a law firm. Hall & Oates is a musical duo. Seals and Croft is a musical duo. Kirkland and Ellis is a law firm. And Loggins and Messina is another musical duo.
Killing it.
Let's say someone wrote their college thesis on the, I don't know, like kind of lining up how Hall & Oates was responsible for...
It's one dude named Holland Oates.
Hall & Oates is 2 people? Anyway, say they had a bunch of stuff to write about Hall & Oates. Where would they send that email to, Sir Chump Slap?
Oh, send it to plottytime@gmail.com. I'll read and respond because that's what I does.
100% guaranteed response rate for at least the first one. Come on.
Yeah,
let's
come
not
on.
get
Let's
crazy.
not get insane about this.
And if they want to get to us faster on the socials and talk with us, where would they do that, Dr.
At
Scientist?
Plotty Time on Instagram and stop by the Plotty Time subreddit and say something funny because nobody else is.
Tell us how much you love this Star Wars game.
And this motherfucking soundboard, right?
For real.
Fans love it. So that about does it for us. So as always, shout out to Blaine JJ, Drago the Slago, Ham Man, and Luis Guzman. More importantly than that, don't trust Dr. Scientist and buy stuff at plottytime.com, and we'll talk to you later. Peace.
Peace.